Today we have to discuss about the continuation part in the lesson electricity. So yesterday we learnt about the Ohm's law and the factors depends on the Ohm's law. And one more thing I want to tell you about the Ohm's law actually. So this is the Ohm's law what you learnt about what you learn in yesterday. So that is the potential difference. The V means potential difference is directly proportional to the electrical current actually. So from this we can frame a one formula actually. So that is called V. If we remove the directly proportional symbol here, we want to put one constant term that is called R and I. R I told you already, R refers the electrical resistance. Okay, so from this we will get the formula for the potential difference, and from this we can get the formula for a electric current also. Yesterday you learnt about the electric current formula, I equals Q by T when the quantity of electrical charges has given. Today one more formula for the electrical current, that is I equals V divided by R. Keep in mind, I equals what? V divided by R. Or we can get the formula for a resistance, that is R equals what? That is the V divided by I. So totally from the Ohm's law we can get the three formula actually for potential difference as well as for electric current as well as for the electrical resistance. Keep in mind that. Okay. Yes, the resistor means I already told you the device which helps for the or control the resistance or some appreciable resistance, that is called the resistor. And rheostat is a device which is used to change the resistance. Okay, so rheostat, keep in mind. So this rheostat is used in a circuit actually for the changing resistance or for variable resistance. Changing resistance in the sense if you want to increase or decrease increase or decrease the resistance, we want to use the device in an electrical circuit, that is called rheostat. Keep in mind, to increase or decrease the resistance we want to use the device in a circuit, that is called rheostat. Okay, so next we have to learn about that the electric toasters and the electric irons are made up of. Toaster nothing but the roaster, bread roaster, you know about that, right? That is called as the electrical toaster. And the iron box coil is made of an alloy. What is mean by alloy here? Alloy means the mixture of two or more metals in a right proportion. Proportion is very important. Okay, if the two or more metals are mixed each other in a right proportion, that is called alloy. Good example, you know about that already. The stainless steel, inverse steel, then nickel and bronze, brass, etc. Those are all the examples for what? Alloy. You learnt already is in that. Okay, so this electric toaster or the iron box, toaster means bread roaster, got it? Okay, that iron box or the toaster made of an alloy. Why that should be made of an alloy? Because the resistivity of this alloy is more than the pure metal. I mean, if the the substances or the thing has made up of an alloy, it is mixed with the many, so then that resistance is more. I already told you, if the resistance is more, the flow of electric current is less. If the resistance is less, the flow of electric current is very fast. So what is the use of if the flow of electric current is very less? Actually we can, I think you know about that, while ironing and everything you can control that. Is it for the wool one medium temperature and for the cotton one temperature or for the silk one temperature, like that you are controlling. So that should be made by the alloy, because that alloy having a high resistance. I mean, we can control the flow of electric current, we can control the heating of iron box or the bread toaster. So that's why they made with the alloy. Keep in mind actually. So alloy have a high resistivity compared to the metals. High resistivity compared to the metals. They will not allow the electric current to flow very fastly. That's why they are made by the alloy. Okay. So I think you know about that. What are all the conductors? Conductors in the sense the substances which allows the electric current to flow easily, they are called, or to pass through easily, they are called conductors. Is it? So the elements are divided into, know about that. Is it? The metals, non-metals. Metals are called as, metals are referred as here the conductor. So among the many metals are there actually, among that metal the best conductor, which is the first in place actually, the best conductor, that is the silver. Keep in mind, silver is the best conductor among all the metals. Okay, I mean silver can conduct the electric current very easily compared to the other metal. Okay, the next silver after the second best conductor, that is copper. That is the copper. Then next is iron. Then next is other material. Clear? So if the silver is the best conductor also, generally commonly we are using the copper. Is it? We are not using any silver. Why? Do you know the reason for that? Yes. Why it is? The silver, I think you know about that. Silver is the very costliest material. It is in the second costliest metal actually. The first place is gold actually. The second costliest metal on the earth, that is the silver, right? So that's why it's not used. Okay, so it's not used to conduct the electric current. If the silver is used actually, so all the electric current wires are theft by the thieves. So that's why the silver is not used. So the next best conductor is copper. Copper is used, okay, for to conduct the electric current or to make the electrical wire. Okay, so that is next. We have to know about that, how the resistors are connected in the circuit. Okay, so there are the two ways to connect the resistors in a circuit. One is called the series arrangement and another one is called as the parallel arrangement. Okay, so there are the two ways to connect the resistors in the circuit. Okay, to connect the resistors in the circuit, there are the two ways. One is called the series arrangement and another one is the parallel arrangement. Series arrangement in the sense the resistors are connected in a series like that. So these are the resistor symbol. Resistors means I already told you, the device which is used to control the flow of electric current. That device are called as the resistors. This is the resistors. This is a battery, I told you, having the small one having a negative sign and the big one having the positive sign. It is also called as the anode and the cathode, and it is having a key. So if there is a dot inside the key, that is called as the closed key. If there is no dot, that is called as the open key. Or we can connect in this circuit the voltmeter, or we can connect the inner circuit, that is the ammeter. I already told you the voltmeter is a device. Voltmeter, sorry, not voltmeter. Voltmeter is a device which is used to measure the potential difference, and ammeter is a device which is used to measure the high electric current. Yesterday I have discussed about that. And galvanometer is a device which is used to measure the low electric current in a circuit. Keep that thing in mind. Voltmeter is a device which is used to measure the potential difference. Ammeter is a device that has denoted by the A. Ammeter is a device which is used to measure measure the high electric current in the circuit, and galvanometer. One more is there, that is the galvanometer. Galvanometer is a device which is used to measure the low electric current in a circuit. So this is the diagram of the parallel connection of the resistors. Yes, the current will flow like that. This is the diagram of parallel connection. So yes. So here we have connected the three resistors. One is R1, second one is R2, and the third one is R3. Keep in mind, here we have connected the how many resistors? 1, 2, 3. Like that we can connect many, R4, R5, like so on. We can connect, and for the parallel connection, to find out the total resistance in a circuit, there will be the one formula, that is in a series connection, that is Rs equals R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus, that is etc. How many, it depends on how many resistors are connected in a circuit. So this is the formula for the find out the total resistance in the circuit, that is Rs. Rs in the sense, so resistors are connected in a series. Yes, okay. Then R1 means resistor 1, R2 means resistor 2, R3 means resistor 3. If 4 has connected, that will end up to R4. If 5 has connected, that will end up to R5. So this is the formula. So let us check that how much the resistance of this circuit have. If R1 is having the 8 ohm, if R2 is having the 4 ohm resistance. Ohm, yesterday only I told you, ohm is the SI unit of resistance. Okay, that resistance is measured by the unit, that is ohm. Okay, 8 ohm, and if R3 is having a 3 ohm, the total resistance of this is, that is 8 plus 4 plus 3. How much it is? 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15 ohm. So like that, so the total resistance of this circuit is, how much it is? 15 ohm. Like that we can calculate the total resistance of the circuit in series arrangement. So in the same way, let us know the parallel arrangement diagram actually. So here the resistance, not series in a order actually, in a line actually, parallel in the sense 1 by 1. How they are connected actually? So this is the way of connecting the parallel actually. So this is the first resistor is connected, and this is the second resistor, and this is the third resistor. So these are the three resistors. They have connected. I think you know about that. They are in parallel, not in order. I mean 1 by 1, right? So they are connected like that in a circuit. So this is very important of writing the diagram. So here they have connected the three resistance, that is the R1, and the second one is R2, third one is R3. Clear? So here is also, it is having a battery, having the bigger one is plus and the smaller one is minus. Then it is having a plug key, then it is having the voltmeter, then it is having the meter. So then it is the closed path of the circuit. Closed path in the sense no opening in the circuit. Yes, the current flows will like that. This is the arrow mark which shows the flow of electric current. So these are the resistors are connected in a parallel. I think you know about that. They are not 1 by 1. Next to that, they are connected. Parallel in the sense 1 under 1. So which is the formula is used for the to find out the total resistance in the parallel circuit? That is very important. Note down, it is 1 by Rp. Rp in the sense resistance are connected in a parallel, that is 1 by Rp equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. 1 by R3. So this is the formula we are using to find out the total resistance which are connected in the parallel circuit. Let us take the same. Okay, R1 is 8 ohm and R2 is 4 ohm and R3 is 3 ohm, right? Okay, so you have to substitute the same value. 1 by Rp equals, how much we got here? 1 by 8 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 3. I think you know of solving the fractions. Actually we have to take the LCM. 4, 8, 4, 3. If you have taken the LCM, 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 1s are 4, then 3, is it? So then they are divided by, if we are divided by the 1 or the itself only, so that's why we are taking LCM here. 4 2s are 8, 8 1s are 8, 8 3s are 24. The LCM is, how much the LCM is? 24. So if we are taken the LCM 24 here, 8 3s are 24, 3 1s are 3. Then 4 6 are 24, 6 1s are 6. Plus 3 8s are 24, 8 1s are 8. 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 8 is 17 divided by 24. So if 17 has divided by the 17 has divided by the 24, it will get the value of 0. So if point is there, it will comes 170 here. That 170, let us try with 3 actually. 3 4s are 12, 1 carry, 3 2s are 6 plus 1 72. Is it? So 170 not there, 24 3s are 24 8s are. Try with 8. 8 4s are 32, 3, 8 2s are 16, 16 plus 3, 19 is more. Okay, try with 6. 6 4s are 24, 2 carry, 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 2, 14 nearly. 144, is it? If we try with 7, 7 4s are 28, 2 carry, 7 2s are 14 plus 2 16. Yes, if we try with the 24 into 7, okay, 7 4s are 28, 2 carry, 7 2s are 14 plus 2 16, nearly 0.7. Okay, so this resistance, if we are using the same resistance also in a parallel circuit, we will get only the resistance is 0.7. Okay, how much it is? 0.7. So we have to find out that which is less here, whether it is a 15 ohm in a series or in a parallel, it is 0.7. So then we can come to the one conclusion. Actually the resistance in the series is more, but the resistance in a parallel is very less. Okay, so if the resistance is less, what happens? The flow of electric current is more in parallel. If the resistance is more, the flow of electric current is less in series. Keep in mind, if the resistance is more, the flow of electric current is very less. Actually we didn't get the bright light, but in a parallel the resistance is very less. Actually the flow of electric current is more, we can get the bright light. So that's why in a domestic circuit in the sense housing circuit, we are using the parallel arrangement. Why the parallel arrangement? Because the resistance is less, then we can use the electric current for many purpose, to run the fan or to run the mixer grinder or to run the freezer or to run the any electrical devices. That's why that domestic circuit in the sense housing circuit, almost it is having the parallel arrangement. Keep in mind. Okay, domestic circuit. Why the domestic circuit is having a parallel arrangement? Because that arrangement resistance is very less and it helps to easy flow of electric current. Then we can get the bright power or bright electric current. So that is why the resistance is used. Clear? So next we have to know about that the heating effect of electric current actually. So tomorrow we have to discuss about the heating effect of electric current. So still that you have to keep watching this, and one more part is there, then it will complete the electrical current electricity lesson. I think, hope you will understand better. Keep watching my lesson. Thank you.